Welcome back. It's great to see you all. Hopefully, you got a little bit of a break there. We're going to shift gears here, like I said, and share a great initiative. And we've got David Starnes from Western Carolina University. We've got the great composer, music educator, and the man rallying the troops to keep music education alive throughout the country. We got Robert W. Smith joining us, Troy University, and Ben Schroeder from Varsity as well. And we want to thank Varsity and Ben for their sponsorship of this virtual symposium. So, gentlemen, thank you for being here. And let's hear about this great initiative, Together as One.
Thanks, Barry. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I know we have a very limited time here and want to make sure that we get everybody taken care of here. Let's get to this. All right. Barry, can you see that okay? Is that good?
Looks great.
Great. Thank you. Well, first of all, we're very, very honored to be here with you today. This is an initiative that actually started a couple of months ago when we started to see the demise of what could be the fall season. As a university director at Western Carolina University, I know we're all looking for solutions right now and asking that question, what if, and how we're going to make things work. Well, I'm here to present today with my colleague, Robert W. Smith, and the manager of Varsity Performing Arts, Ben Schroeder, a solution. And we're not hearing a lot of solutions from universities and our leadership right now because they're still trying to figure out how this is going to work. But we have a solution for you today that we wanted to present. So this is Together as One. It's a brand new initiative that allows for an opportunity that might be lost in the fall. So really what it is, here's the program overview. It's an entire pageantry arts production built in 3 modules. All instrumental and choral parts will provide a wide range of ability levels, creating involvement for middle school, high school, collegiate, community bands, and as well military ensembles. As I said, the program's broken up into 3 different modules, and those modules have very specific parts to them, as well as how they act in the entire production. Parts 1 and 2 are designed to provide a choice in programming, offering 2 different musical selections, which may be utilized for multiple performances, as well as consideration of style based on each participating band's program. So think of it as an A and a B option. You could do A 1 week, you could do B 1 week, alternate those throughout the season, or 3 1 week and then 3 the next 3 weeks. So there's an option there as that opening module. Part 2 will include full wind orchestration and designed to feature the percussion section while creating involvement for choral ensemble, yes, choir, whether it be jazz choir, whether it be show choir or full concert choir, dance, and cheer teams. Part 3, intended to create a unified performance opportunity for all available musical ensembles as well as spirit groups. Scoring will include wind, percussion, choral, orchestral parts, and allowing for full music department involvement. And so that's the Together as One. This is all about the entire opportunity for the music department and the community to celebrate us being back, and celebrating that even though things may not be what they were a year ago, which we don't think that they will be, there will still be live music. And my father is a lifetime music educator, and I said to him the other night, when do you think we'll ever hear live music again? And that's a scary scenario for us, but this offers that opportunity. Here are 3 more very, very important components that make this incredibly unique. Many of you know about United Sound. United Sound is a special needs music education cooperative based in the Phoenix, Arizona area. And we're going to talk about that at the very end of the presentation. But we are including United Sound as a part of this, allowing everyone in the school that is a music education student, even if they're special needs students, to participate in this program. There's also going to be a visual design component to this that will include color guard, majorette, and dance team choreography already created and will be video taught. Each module will include a recommended concert set based on sections of the musical and visual ensemble to be featured in any one of those 3 modules. So there'll be no drill. I'll be upfront about that because every band's numbers are obviously different, but there'll be pre-stage sets, and between those sets, you move to what will feature. And my friend Robert Smith that did Future Core all those years, just think of it as that Future Core model. It's how we do things, and as a standstill initiative. And then finally, a program script will be included, providing the opportunity to feature local, state, and national leaders through live narration, especially designed for each performance. I can think of no better advocacy piece to have the mayor of the town or the governor of the state, the school superintendent, the music supervisor, to show support for what our performing arts students are doing. There are two other things I want to talk about very briefly. And number one is there's also a parade component to this. We have composed two different parade tunes that when bands have Labor Day parades, or whether they might have a homecoming parade, or it might be a military appreciation in the fall, any of those kinds of things, we already have two options for parade music as well. And the next thing I want to tell you about is One Nation is show number one under the umbrella of Together as One. Show number two will be premiered in late summer and then rolled over into the fall for another opportunity to change over into another set of music. Same kind of modules, 1, 2, and 3, but it's called One World. And it's about our world recovering from this pandemic and our world using music. And so we'll be exploring more cultural music. The first One Nation production is more about Americana and about American music, things that people can relate to in our nation. And then the second one would be more geared toward the world. Well, here's your three designers, two of which are very, very handsome gentlemen, Robert W. Smith and Ben Schroeder. And I'm going to turn it over to Ben real quick to be able to welcome you from Varsity.
Thank you very much, David. Thank you, everybody, for taking the time to watch this and to be a part of it. The original idea of this was to help create some stability with music programs across the United States, with all the uncertainty that you all know that is being faced at multiple levels across the education spectrum. We wanted to try and provide a resource to help provide some type of stabilizing brass ring to grab onto, as Robert likes to say. And so this is going to be available at no cost for all these different ensembles, high schools, colleges, universities, military groups. And our hope is that we're going to be able to showcase how music can thread together the community and performers and the various aspects of school spirit. And so Varsity's goal and values through all this from a performing arts perspective is to always increase safety. It's to increase participation in all music education and performing arts, and to support lifelong participation. And so this project for us is exactly what we think it should be. And we're thrilled with the amount of effort and creativity and support that's come from this. And so this is something where we've worked with a number of organizations, including the National Federation of High Schools, the National Association for Music Education. Barry Hauser has been working with us on this project as well. We have support from DCI. The list goes on. And so we're going to be announcing those organizations and trying to get the word out as some type of a project to help stabilize music education and performing arts moving forward. And so at this point, I'd like to turn it over to Robert to explain a little bit more, but we're thrilled to do this. And I have one last thing to mention. We think that college band directors and their athletic band association and their organizations at the university and college level are uniquely suited to role model this program as one of the aspects that athletic bands play is as an ambassador to their school and their community. We really feel like this offers an opportunity to have more high schools get involved with colleges and universities to shine a light on and use your programs as a role model for how communities could come together and operate and coordinate. So, Robert.
Well, very good. Hello, friends. Good to see you all, particularly in this setting, in these challenged times. This all began a couple of months ago, and it was a meeting of four people, Ben, David, myself, and a very, very dear friend I've known for about 30 years. And as Ben would like to say, I rang the bell. One of my biggest concerns was making sure that when football comes back, when our community activities come back, that our band programs needed to be there with relevance. We had to be there and create a moment that is going to be absolutely unforgettable. We all know that in our current, particularly pageantry arts, particularly marching band, things have changed. And right now, our CBDNA colleagues hold the key, I believe, to our future. Right now, in our regular high school situations, we don't know what it is to put a show together quickly anymore. We don't know how to put a show together in just a couple of rehearsals, yet our college bands are doing that each and every week and creating incredible moments for fans, anybody in the attendance in that stadium. And so we have to create, and our charge here is to create something that will go together quickly, will be something that could be bankable, for lack of a better term. In other words, we have people working and writing this that are absolutely trusted, iconic names in our profession. And so our hope is that we would end up with something really amazing that they would be able to put together very, very quickly. Now, I want to introduce you to our arrangers. We have a host of really incredible names. And then they allow me to sit at the table with them. But I want to start. Everybody knows Jay Bocook and all of his incredible work over the decades. Publishing, marching band, drum corps, concert bands, jazz ensembles, you name it, an absolute staple in our band world. Michael Klesch. Michael, many of you may know him from his great work with in drum corps with groups like the Carolina Crown, has significant college presence. He lives in Massachusetts and writes for a number of universities. My daughter, former member and graduated from the University of Alabama and was the drum major of the University of Alabama band. And she got to conduct Michael's charts each and every weekend. And what a wonderful opportunity that was. Richard Saucedo. Richard has for decades been a staple in our industry, from being an incredible high school band director, building that amazing program in Carmel, Indiana, and then to all of his publications. And then again, I get to share that stage with him, and I'm very appreciative. Now with that, we've got 4 incredible percussion arrangers that we've all partnered with. Those incredible percussion arrangers include Tom Hannam. You may know Tom. I got to know him 30 plus years ago. He was with the Garfield Cadets, and he and my dear friend Bob Morrison changed our whole world of outdoor percussion. What an incredible mind and an incredible gift he's given us all. The iconic Ralph Hardiman, and just amazing. We can't say enough about Ralph Hardiman and all of his incredible work. Mike McIntosh, you may know him most recently with the Cavaliers. Incredible educator, incredible designer. And then my dear friend Paul Rennick, he and I have worked together 6-7 years now, writing in various scenarios. He's at the University of North Texas, teaches in that amazing program there, and then also directs the percussion section with the Santa Clara Vanguard. So we're so thrilled to have that core writing team with us. And it was our objective to make sure that these were names that our high school directors, our constituents would know and trust, providing quality, pedagogically appropriate, beautifully voiced, and highly effective charts that are going to make a difference in a short amount of time. When this show is presented, it is our hope, goal, and objective that this will be something that is not just relevant, it will be unforgettable. And we've got a couple of other people I do want to bring to the table here, a couple other names. As David mentioned, United Sound is part of this. And Julie Duty and all of her great work with United Sound, she's actually taking our arrangements and is going to be creating United Sound versions of that. So, our ensembles with special needs, if we have special needs students in your schools or in those high schools that want to go out and perform, those charts will be there that will work beautifully with the full version. I also, as David pointed out, as we get particularly to that final number, we want to bring the entire music education program on the field. We want voices, we want elementary choir, high school choir, we want string orchestras, we want everybody out there, our cheerleaders, our athletic dancers. We want to bring the athletes even out on the field. I'd love to see it at the very end where the football players at the end of the halftime show would come out of that locker room and stand there on the field and raise their helmets, and we all speak and sing and work together in one voice. With that, we have a really incredible addition to our arranging team, and that's Mr. Mark Wood. You would know him as the Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And so he brings a great bit of star power, and he's going to be creating beautiful string arrangements. And we're starting that process right now, string versions for that big finale number. So our orchestra colleagues will be able to be a part of that. What an incredible opportunity for us all. Again, I contend that our high school programs need to be there with relevance and make an impact. I have been telling people over and over, no matter how out of tune or out of time those first notes are in that first halftime show, to our audience, to our citizens, to our parents, those may be the sweetest notes they ever hear, because they know we're back and they're hearing their children perform. We cannot put a price on that. In fact, it's a priceless opportunity. So let's please come together as one. We've got some great visual designers. I'm going to pass it over to David and let him introduce those.
Thanks, Robert. And I want to pass on to everyone as well. You know, our profession is a beautiful thing. We love children, we love making music, and we love creating art. And you need to know that every one of these designers has donated their time 100% and their talent. They are doing this completely gratis, and it just took an ask, and they said, I'm in 100%. And here's two more that would be really, really hard to get. Those of us that know the work of Michael Gaines at the Santa Clara Vanguard and years ago at the Cavaliers, and with world-class high school marching bands across the country, as well as Mr. Michael Rosales, who's a professional dance instructor and performer in the Miami area, but also choreographs for marching bands and drum corps, including the Santa Clara Vanguard, year round, and is iconic in a lot of the things that you're seeing right now in terms of choreography. And so we're very, very fortunate to have those two individuals. And I did want to introduce you to Julie Duty, who is the founder and CEO of United Sound. Her website is unitedsound.org. You should check that out if you're a high school director or if you're a university director at Western Carolina University. We are honored to say that we were the first collegiate special needs music education program, and each week we have anywhere from 15 to 20 regular ed students work with 8 to 10 special needs music, special education students from the university. And it's a beautiful, beautiful program. They've been a part of the Tournament of Roses parade. Can they march in a parade with you playing these two parade charts? Absolutely, they can. And it's a peer mentorship program of 3 to 1. So it's a wonderful opportunity for everyone, whether you're collegiate or high school level. And finally, I want to leave you with this. We're one nation, and we will be one world, together through music education, together as one. We're so thrilled about this program. Please talk about it. It's scheduled to launch in June of this year, June 15th, with One Nation, and then soon to follow that, One World. We're so honored with the people that have jumped onto this initiative. We're thankful to Varsity. We're thankful to Ben. And we want you to go out and talk about this. And more than anything, Barry Hauser, thank you so much for giving us an opportunity and a platform to share this incredible, incredible initiative.
You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much for sharing this great initiative. And those last 3 sentences, phrases, if you will, are just, I think, you know, the tune that we're all looking for, and something that we need to do. One nation, one world, and yes, together through music education. So thank you for all of your amazing efforts and the coordination with this. And again, folks out there, I don't know if you caught that, it is free. It is free. What in this world is free? And in a time like this, our budgets can definitely take advantage of this. So thank you, David. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you.
Thank you, Varsity, for being a sponsor of this event, and again, taking such a great role in all of this as well. We're all indebted to you for your wonderful work to again contribute positively to the world of music education.